those who are stuck in the cycle of poverty. In fact, there is no army in the entire world larger than the army of black people that have succeeded in this country. So make no mistake about it, success runs in our race. We have every single thing we need to succeed. Do we not? God ain't stupid. He did not put us here for the reasons I quoted earlier and abandon us. Oh, no. So God told me to tell you on my trip to Dallas while in the air that he ain't giving you nothing else. What would you do with it? He told me to tell you that he will not be giving you anything else until you demonstrate to God that you can be better stewards of that which you already have. And then when we demonstrate to God that we can be better stewards of that which we already have, we will demonstrate to ourselves and we will demonstrate to the world that we are a force to be reckoned with. In fact, the only way America will ever maximize its full human potential is when we maximize our full human potential. So America is at a deficit at this moment in time. Relationships. What is a relationship? A relationship is someone that comes into your life and they do one of four things. They either add, subtract, divide, or multiply. What is a relationship? Someone that comes into your life, they do one of four things. They either add, subtract, divide, or multiply. Why would you want to be hanging out with people who are subtracting from your life, you're subtracting from their life, and through this subtraction comes division? Why would you want to hang out with a crew like that? Why would you not want to hang out with people where you're adding to their life, they're adding to your life, and through this addition comes multiplication? What am I really saying to you? I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters, please hear me on this. Don't spend major time with minor people. People doing nothing want you to do nothing with them. People going nowhere want you to go nowhere with them. If you want to change your life, change your relationships. If you're earning $50,000 a year, take inventory of your 5 closest friends. That's about what they're earning. And you're not going to earn a penny more until you start hanging out with people that are earning $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. Because you see, there's a system for everything in the world. I tell young brothers and sisters this all the time. I say, when I speak in high schools, if you're getting C's and D's, all you know how to get is C's and D's because there's a system for getting a C. It's a different system than getting an A. So if you want to get A's, you got to hang out with people who are getting A's and then copy their system. So if you're making $40,000 or $50,000 a year but really desire to earn $100,000 a year, well then you have to hang out with people who are earning $100,000 a year and copy their system. But if you took inventory of your 5 closest friends, and you could find out what they're earning about what you're earning. They have about as much education as you have. So you have to fix that. Friends are critically important because it's God's way of apologizing for your relatives. You can pick your friends, but you cannot pick your relatives. Now I'm already running behind. I have not even gotten to the 7 biggest mistakes we make in networking because I wanted to lay the foundation and give you a 30,000-foot view of what networking is and what it isn't and why it's so profoundly important in the context of our people and culture. And so what I'll do is I will truncate this part of the presentation. Oh, there's a lot more to it. It's rich with stories and humor, but we don't have the time. Come to the Power Networking Conference and we will have 96 hours together. Now we only have 45 minutes to an hour. Okay? So, let's talk about the 7 biggest mistakes. Let me just take an inventory of time. see where I am. I've got 6:45. Is that what you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to conclude this part in about 15 minutes, which means I'm going to really run through it. There's 7 big mistakes, and usually I take about 10 to 15 minutes on each one. I'm going to start with number 7. I'm not going to tell you number 1, unless I have time to get there. Now, number 7, they're all big. They're all huge. And they come from 30 years of experience, 5 books on the subject of networking, being a student and studying our people in every aspect and element of building relationships. So they come out of a lifetime of experience, both analytical and anecdotal. What's the 7th biggest mistake that black people make when networking? I didn't say all people. I mean black people. I've been at this for 30 years, and in 30 years, I've given out about 1,000 business cards a year. So in 30 years, I've given out 30,000 business cards. And people used to come up to me all the time, Dr. Fraser, aren't you afraid of giving all these people your personal information, including your cell phone? Aren't you afraid they're going to bombard you? No. Not at all. I've been black for 70 years. And here's what I've learned in dealing with our people around networking. That 99.999% of everybody I've ever given a business card to will never, ever, ever follow up. I will never hear from you. And you got a business card from America's networking guru, one of the most resourceful black persons on the planet. And you will not follow up with him, let alone some lesser known entity. We will not follow up. I cannot even begin to tell you, brothers and sisters, how huge that mistake is. I can tell you, if I had the time and I don't, all the good that has come to me in 30 years from simply following up on a business card number. Simply saying, I'm calling or I'm writing to say, I enjoyed meeting you, I learned a lot. If there's any way that I can serve you, if there's any way that I can help, please call me. I'm there for you. No, I didn't follow up saying, can you make a contribution to my charity? Will you buy? No, that's not how I follow up, and that's not how you should follow up. You follow up in service. And I cannot even begin to tell you the people that I have met in life, powerful people, who have followed up because they know and understand the principle of following up. They followed back up. And as a result of that, I have lifelong relationships that have been extraordinarily useful and productive for both. Follow up immediately, if not sooner. When people call you, follow up, return their phone call. Now, anybody that's ever called me, who do you get? You get me. You don't get any one of my 3 assistants. Not only do you get me immediately. Unless I'm in the air somewhere, most of the time you'll get a call back from me. I don't care who you are. Within an hour, sometimes within 5 minutes. Follow up. One of the reasons I'm successful, and again, I say this with humility, is because I am accessible. I am authentic. And you need to be accessible. It's a very powerful thing. And it's a huge mistake. It's the most common low-level mistake that results in the tremendous abuse and misuse of potential